What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of Crestoria video. So, for those who pay attention to my community tab, you will know that 2 days ago they did tease that Eisen and Gaius would be coming to the game in the form of SSR'S, which I did see a lot of people kind of like, I guess, a little miffed is the word I'm going to go with, that we're getting a banner so soon after you know, the limited anniversary banner, which understandably so. You know, if you are someone who's a huge Eisen and Gaius fan and you summoned on this banner, like you spent everything you had trying to get these units, I can totally understand why you would just be like, damn, if I had just waited, you know, a few more days, I could have just spent this on the other banner. But at the same time, this banner is here for an entire month, so there is, you can always wait to pull on these units. And then, of course, this banner leaves in just under 2 days. So it would be expected that when a main banner leaves, that a new banner would take its place. So you could argue, I'm not arguing it because I honestly wasn't expecting it, but you could, and this is probably how the developers are seeing it, that you could argue that a banner was going to take this one's place, because this one's going to leave, this one's going to leave soon, this one's going to leave. So they're not just going to have one banner up until, you know, the 31st. So I expect when this banner leaves, the Eisen and Gaius banner will probably stay. Well, actually, we're going to see how long it's going to be here in just a second when we look at the news. But I expect, you know, towards the end of this month, maybe early February. So there is that. Plus, you know, you get 2 weeks, and we'll have the new story, we'll have the tower reset. So between everything, you should be able to get enough to do 2 multis at least, if you have absolutely nothing and you've completely farmed out all the content. But yeah, so that's what we're talking about with that. I guess quickly to mention, because I do like to give updates, because I don't, you know, record every single small multi that I do. It's usually only when a banner comes out and I know I'm going to be doing, you know, 4 or 5 multis that I make a video on it. I did pull Acid. Not the one I wanted, obviously, but, you know, it's better than nothing. Acid obviously being the water limited unit, so at least I can say I walked away with 1, but I think I am going to do the rest of the multis to get the pity to grab Machina. You know, if I pull Machina on my next multi, then obviously I would probably stop there and not do the other 4 multis. Even though I'm that close, I would still just be like, I don't want to do anymore. I just want to start saving again. Because if we actually go over to my hero fragments, so you can see I have 72 of these hero fragments. So you get 24 per rotation. So I have to do 1 more full rotation and then 1 multi after that. So 5 more multis, I'll be able to grab this limited ticket. And let's say I pulled Machina on my final multi. Like, let's say I did my full rotation, didn't get her, and then the final multi, I would probably either just grab Forte, or I'd grab a dupe for Machina. So either way, it's going to be useful for me. And I've done pretty much the math in my head to where I know I'm going to be able to get 5 multis before the banner leaves, I believe, on the 15th. Enough about that. Let's go look at Gaius and Eisen and see how they are. So obviously no new event coming in because we just got the start of an event with the half anniversary. So it's literally just going to be a banner. So if you have been saving for these characters, this will be good for you. But let's see what this banner is kind of going to look like. Okay, so yeah, this is a very short banner. I was kind of expecting this, and this does suck for people who want these characters specifically, but I guess the good part about this, obviously these 2 will be added to the general pool, and even better about this, if they gave us a SSR select ticket for the half anniversary, then you can be sure they're going to give us 1 for the 1 year. So if this is, let's say you're, you know, a semi-fan of, you know, Berseria or Zillia 2, and these are characters you'd like to have, but you're not like, oh my god, I need to have them now. If you don't pull them off of an unfeatured in the next 6 months, you can always just grab them at the 1 year anniversary. But yeah, so it does suck that they're only here for 10 days, and then I expect that you know, January 31st, we'll possibly get some kind of Valentine's banner. So probably characters that we already have SSRs or SRs of will probably be the units, would be my guess, because usually gacha games tend to do their Valentine's banners like at the end of January. But I guess we'll just have to see what they end up doing. So let's look at Eisen. Eisen's obviously Earth. A regular Eisen can't be any other color besides Earth. You know, if he was a seasonal, then yeah, you could make him a different color, but there's no way he'd be anything besides Earth for his regular version. Also, what's kind of cool, his artwork does mirror Edna's. Edna's is facing the opposite way, so that's kind of cute. But let's look at what he does. I've seen some mixed opinions about Eisen, but I haven't looked at him yet, so let's see. So his Memoria Stone gives 7,400 HP, 2,000 attack, 760 defense. So he's definitely an attack-heavy character, which is what we badly needed for Earth. So this is very, very good. His Memoria skill, 48% reduction of enemy break gauge. So that's pretty cool there. Okay, so his actual stats, 24,000 HP, which is very low. But he's an attack-heavy character, so this makes sense. 3750 attack, so that's great. So if you kept his Memoria, you just get an attack-heavy Memoria for Earth. You know, he's going to be coming up close to almost 6,000 attack, so he's just a little bit weaker than Velvet. And then he's got 2,200 defense, which is also pretty low. So he's definitely a glass cannon. He's definitely going to be your end-of-rotation kind of character that you want to do for your damage output. And then his skill is at Life's Helm, 8% attack to all allies, plus 20 to the overlimit gauge of Earth allies when the enemy breaks. So definitely going to be your heavy hitter. Perfect Mayhem, 370%, 7 hits, 1 enemy. Last Throws, 170%, 3 hits, 1 enemy. And then Draconic Drive, 190%, 3 hits, 2 plus enemies AoE. So if there's 3 enemies, you attack the middle one, you'll hit all 3. We already knew about Art 1 and 2 because we did fight against him in the story, in Yuna's story chapter. So obviously they just kept those on the model and then they just added a Mystic Art onto him. So that's pretty cool. He seems like a pretty decent unit. Obviously, if you are someone who likes a more balanced character, you know, he is garbage when it comes to defense and HP. But he's really mainly going to be here for the damage that he's putting out, so you just have to keep that in mind. Okay, Gaius. Obviously, and you know, I actually saw some people that were like, this isn't Gaius. Gaius doesn't dress like this, and obviously people who didn't play Xillia 2, because this is Xillia 2 Gaius, not Xillia 1 Gaius. So he is a wind unit, which I was curious, because Gaius is the first regular SSR, like, to get an SSR based off of the SR. Or not based off of, but after an SR, because most of the characters so far, you know, Vague, Sharia, etc., they have gotten seasonals as their first SSR instead of regular SSRs. And if you don't count the original Crestoria cast, Gaius is the first one to have a regular SR and then get an SSR. And it's a different color. I wasn't sure if they were going to keep him fire or if they were going to make him a different color, and it looks like they decided to make him wind, so that's pretty cool there. His Memoria Stone, 10,000 HP, 1,600 attack, 900 defense. Overlimit gauge of wind allies increases by 80 at the start of battle. 22,500 HP, 3,800 attack, 2,500 defense. You know what? If you counting his Memoria Stone aside, you know, they're roughly the same unit, just for different colors. But I do have to say, Gaius' Memoria is definitely better. 2,000 attack. Yeah, I'd say Gaius is, I mean, it's not too much of a difference, because you get 2,600 extra HP, but you lose 400 attack, and then you get another 140 defense. So it's not too much of a change. But I do think Gaius' Memoria is definitely more balanced overall. So Gaius is probably going to be in the better unit, just overall. 5% defense to all allies, 15% attack to wind allies. He's got Absolute Domination as his Mystic Art, 380%, 9 hits, 1 enemy. Demonic Wrath, 160%, 4 hits, 1 enemy. And Incineration Wave, 120%, 18 hits, 1 enemy. So he is the next Fire Kohaku for sure. But except he also has a lot of kind of damage going for him. But it is nice to see, you know, that hit count. And then it's got additional effect for Incineration Wave, 100% chance to decrease defense by 1 enemy by 10% for 3 turns. And those are our 2 units. Something else I wanted to mention that I found interesting, that's probably just for this banner, but if we usually, when a new banner comes out, the previous units, as long as they're not EX units, will get added to the banner. For this banner here, we did not get, we got Saray and Mikleo. Okay, my computer was acting weird. Hopefully everything's still good. What I was saying is, Saray and Mikleo are on here, the Christmas ones, but the Christmas units of Milla, Sophie, and Archie are not in here. So I'm wondering if that's... I highly doubt that it means they're going to start picking and choosing, because if you go back and you look at, you know, this banner came out at the exact same time, Milla, Sophie, and Archie are in this banner. So I'm guessing they probably just chose to not put them in there, or maybe this banner was created before Milla, Sophie, and Archie came out, and they just decided not to add them in. But I just found that was interesting, and I just wanted to kind of make a note of that for people who may not have noticed. But I don't think it really means anything. I think they're still gonna, you know, just keep adding to the pool more and more and more. I don't think units will ever get removed at any point in the future. The only thing I could maybe see them seeing is eventually the original 21 SSRs, like, remove them, just because they are part of the ticket pool. So you could save some room by just telling people, okay, well, you can get these SSRs from tickets. But I still don't think they'll even do that. But that's gonna be it, guys. I think Gaius and Eisen are very solid units for wind. Definitely nice to see another wind attack-heavy unit since the game started with Velvet. And then, of course, Eisen being our first heavy hitter Earth unit. So if you are caring more about team versatility as opposed to pulling for your favorites, Eisen will probably be a unit to pull for, because Earth really doesn't have much going for it in terms of damage. I mean, you got some decent units, like Cress is fine, but he's not an attack-heavy unit. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Let me know if you guys are going to summon. If you do summon, let me know how you do. Obviously, this will be a banner I'm skipping, because like I said, I want to do my 5 more multis on this, or at least I want to go until I pull Machina. If that's the next multi, then I'll stop there. And if it's 5 multis from now when I have to select her, then it is what it is, because we don't know how often these limited units will ever come back. It might just be during anniversaries, so it might just be like once every 6 months these units come back on a banner. So I want to make sure I get her at least now. If I don't get Forte, you know, that's fine. I got one of the brothers, so that's fine. But that's gonna be it, guys. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.